I know for a fact na wala sa 24 senators namin ang involved doon sa skandalong yon sa EDSA. I also know for a fact na ito related sa isang senador. Related ito sa isang
Related daw
senador.
guys, who could it be? Good day everybody, I'm back with another video. Thank you nga po pala for the 50k follows sa TikTok. I appreciate each and every one of you. Tuloy-tuloy lang po natin para napapadami pa po yung lawyer explain videos natin. At ngayon po may bago na namang video na bibigyan ko ng commentary, yung tumakbo sa bus lane na naka number 7 na plate number. So panoorin po muna natin tong video para mas may context po tayo. Ayan, kitang-kita po natin number 7.
Paki-atras po, paki-atras. Sir, paki-atras po.
Yung number 7 po yan yung protocol plate number for senators.
Sir, sundin lang.
Okay, para napapahabol na po si ate.
Sir, i-verify lang naman kayo eh. Sir, license po, license. Driver's license po.
Baka sumapit ka.
Ano, baka sumabit ka daw. Ayun na, mukhang ayaw na habulin ni ate.
Natitikitan yung matras na.
Pero pwede pa naman sana ito habulin ni ate, oh. Siguro natakot din siguro siya. Ayun na nga.
Yummy siya.
Hayaan na lang daw. So, ayun na guys. Goodbye, Mr. Number 7. Okay, so yun yung part 1 ng video guys. May part 2 rin tayong video papanoorin. Ito naman yung press conference ni Senator Raffy Tulfo kung saan minention niya kung sino yung may-ari ng sasakyan.
Ang may-ari ng sasakyan ay yung Orient Pacific Corporation.
Okay.
Na kung saan board members nga yung mga binanggit mong pangalan. I know for a fact na wala sa 24 senators namin ang involved doon sa skandalong yon sa EDSA. I also know for a fact na ito related sa isang senador. Related ito sa isang
Related daw
senador.
guys. Who could it
Pero
be?
hindi yung senador ang sakay ng SUV na yan at that time.
For sport, Tulfo says he intends to file a resolution.
So unang-una po nating question dito is, meron nga bang authority gumamit ng protocol plate numbers yung mga senator? At yung sagot po dyan is yes, kasi may inisyu na pong executive order dyan si PBBM na he is allowing public officials, certain public officials to use protocol plate numbers. One of which is yung number 7 for senators. Ang next question naman dito, ano ang possible liability nung driver nung sasakyan at yung may-ari po nung sasakyan na nung nangyari yung pagtakas dun sa traffic enforcer. Okay, wait lang guys, wait lang. Time out muna. So, sa tingin ko naman nag-e-enjoy kayo sa video kaya nandyan pa kayo, no? So, meron lang po sana akong konting request. Hopefully, ma-follow at maka-subscribe din po kayo dun sa Facebook at sa YouTube page ko. Kasi dito po sa TikTok, naka 50,000 na tayo. Pero sa Facebook at YouTube ko, medyo nasa 2,000 plus pa lang. Iwan na iwan. Nalulungkot po ako dun kasi wala po akong kausap eh. So, hopefully, maka-follow at subscribe din po kayo dun. And now, back to the video. So, yung possible liabilities po dito, unang-una is yung administrative liability, yung unauthorized use of a protocol plate number. Kasi under po kasi the executive order of PBBM in relation dun sa LTO administrative order, ang pwede lang po gumamit ng protocol plate number is yung mga sasakyan nung public official, yung mga sasakyan under the registered name of the public official. Pag hindi po nakarehistro sa kanya yung sasakyan na yon, hindi po yun pwede gumamit ng protocol plate number. So may minention po si Senator Tulfo dun, di ba, na corporation. Therefore, klaro po na hindi yun isang senator yung may-ari nung sasakyan. So yung possible liability po dito is the unauthorized use of a protocol plate number in relation dun sa owner ng sasakyan. At next naman po is possible din po magkaroon ng criminal liability dito, both yung driver at yung sakay ng kotse. The driver po can be held liable for the crime of direct assault under Article 148 or under Article 151 po yung resisting a person in authority. So sa direct assault po kasi one of the ways to commit that is if you resist a person in authority while he is performing his official duties, provided you do an act that is serious, grave, or severe while resisting po yung person in authority. Whereas yung Article 151 naman, this is the crime of resisting a person in authority without the use of a serious force. Okay, so kung ako po yung magiging lawyer dito for the prosecution, yung pwede ko pong maging argument dito kung bakit siya direct assault is that since there is a use of a motor vehicle, then that can constitute as something serious serious, grave, or severe while he resisted po yung person in authority. At yung worst case scenario naman po kung sasabihin ng korte hindi yun considered as something serious, grave, or severe, dun papasok pa rin naman po siya under Article 151 which is resisting pa rin a person in authority. Ngayon punta naman po tayo sa owner ng sasakyan. Yung owner po ng sasakyan, he can be held liable for the same crime as a principal naman po by inducement. Because if you induce another person to commit a crime, you will also be held liable for that crime as a principal by inducement po yung tawag doon. Okay, so yun lang po. Hopefully klaro po yun. And if you want more legal videos, follow lang po kayo. See you all next time po. Bye-bye!